Hello, welcome back. I am Fire Scratch.
And this is Pocket Dinosaur.
So this is part 2 of the jump scare session. The first one we did was in the other game we made the tutorial to, practice placeholder game. This one, as you can see, is a different one. This is mine. This is my own game that I was creating a while ago, a horror game my own self. So last week we did the skeleton, like how they moved towards the player and how they, when they reached the player, automatically did dialogue. I had created a secret jump scare where you A, can't find it unless you know where to look, and B, have it triggered, which we haven't gone over yet. So we'll show you how to do that today.
Now, we're going to be using maps that Fire Scratch has already pre-created. You can make maps like this too, or you can create a similar kind of map. Really, just moving from one map to the other and then having an event occur. Right now, we're only showing the event happening. We're not actually showing the jump scare yet. That will be next week.
Yes, so I'll show you how to find the secret room, because I like to put little secrets in like horror games, of course, as anyone else does, and how there's a different way of actually going about going into a room. We've done entering in and out automatically by player touch before. This one, as you'll see, needs an action button to trigger it instead of player touch, which makes it even more secret. So if you accidentally run under this area right here, you will not find it unless you click on the spacebar. So I'll show you how that works.
Save the changes,
yes,
of course.
Of course, the person's here. As you can see, there's nothing going on here, and I can go out and in from this way by touching. But if I go over here and hit the button, it says it triggers a dialogue upon that. So if you hit the button, you can trigger dialogue. You can trigger anything you want to happen even before you go into the room. So I say, is there something on the staircase? Oh wow, look. And then I go underneath, and there's another dialogue that triggers underneath immediately, saying, why is this here? When you hit the spacebar button, oh crap, gotta get out. It triggered a jump scare, quote unquote. As you can see. I'll do it one more time because it was pretty fast, and it took a while trying to get that speed down. Oh crap.
Oh no, so scary!
And you saw that, if you did see that and catch that, it did change. The statue changed to a gold statue. I currently don't know why. It could be a glitch from RPG Maker or something I did, but I kept it in there for now. It's completely not done yet, so I'll just leave that in for an example.
For the most part, it has to do with different directions of the statue face and how that works for its sprite texture. We haven't modified any of the actual objects or sprites in the game, at least not yet.
No. So as you can see, there's 3 events here. This one's the entering and exiting of the person player.
Once you go under the staircase.
Yeah, of course. This is the statue that moves, and this is what moves the statue. So let me open this for you. Last time with the skeleton, we used the autonomous movement section to actually automatically move and map a path for the skeleton towards the player and trigger a jump scare. However, the autonomous movement is very, very basic, and it does not create a jump scare effect triggered by certain things as much as this coding mechanism content section is.
Now, the important thing here is that, unlike previously, where we had events triggered by actions or by touches, we're actually running a completely different trigger here. Now, if you go down to the trigger section over there, you'll see that there, of course, is the 5 triggers. That is the action, player, and event touch. There's also the auto run and parallel. In this case, we're using parallel. What this means is that when dialogue isn't happening, the player has the ability to move while the event is also doing things. Now, if this was set into auto run, go ahead and set it to auto run real quick, and we were to do this again, go ahead and play through it once more.
One more time, open this up, save it. Wait for this to happen. Yes, that's the title of my game, ignore it. This is a concept art, of course. Secrets into my life. Okay. Let's do this again. Oh, what's under here? Let's crawl under this little space. And
now, unlike before, the event keeps happening, but it's very difficult for her to move until the statue finishes its movement. You can actually see that the statue has to finish its entire movement before she's able to get out, unlike before where she could move immediately as soon as the dialogue went away.
Which completely bugs the whole effect of trying to escape a statue if it's only just going to, like, stop in front of you.
Exactly. And in a longer chase scene, this would be completely ridiculous and completely useless.
No, wrong one.
Now we're going to go ahead and change this back to the parallel because there's no reason for it to be set to the auto run. Now you'll see here in the actual contents, we first have a dialog that pops up, which is this window right here. What is in here? Immediately afterwards, it creates a set movement pattern for the statue to move. Now what's interesting here is that, in fact, this event is moving another event. It's not moving itself, it's moving the statue. Now you see here at the name up here, this is called Jumpscare Statue Copy. Basically, it's the event that's actually controlling everything. Alternatively, when we close this, we'll go to the actual statue and look inside and see that,
Nothing's here.
Nothing at all.
I forgot why I did this, because it's been a while since I touched this, and we just redid copy and paste of why we couldn't put the code content here, and we'll show you why. So we'll cut this out.
Well, first first we have to take all the information out of here. So we're going to go ahead and select everything with Shift. Yep.
Cuts. Okay. Get rid of this right now. Well, first I paste this here.
Make sure to always paste before you delete something else.
Because that'll ruin everything. Apply. Hit apply, because if you go into apply, it's basically putting in there without saving it. Apply. And okay.
And for now, we're just going to cut this.
So I will save this and open it up and see what happens when the actual event space used has its own code.
Now, normally this seems like it would work perfectly fine. You have the event do the thing that it's supposed to do. Unfortunately,
it disappears. It is invisible. It is gone.
Now, from what we can tell, what seems to happen is that it tries to move itself, then try to figure out where its position is, which is different than where its original position is, which causes it to freak out and basically teleport into nothingness. What this essentially means is that you cannot have an event move itself. Instead, you have to have essentially a director, a completely separate entity that directs the actions that are happening in your scene. The director is what moves the objects, not the object itself. This is a very important distinction and very, very necessary to make sure that everything that happens whenever you have any kind of cutscene or jump scare like this actually goes down the way you want it to.
Apply. Okay.
Now, Jitsia just undid all the things that she did. She didn't really do anything particularly that you wouldn't have been able to easily catch. She simply pasted the thing that she cut and then put all the information from.
It was reversed. Basically, it's reversed. No problem. It's one of the most simpler types of jump scare. Certainly, there's plenty more you can have, such as a visual jump scare where you click into a window, you look out, it's beautiful scenery, do it again, or how many times you want to look into it, and there's an image pops up out of nowhere. We can do that next time. I haven't even done that myself yet. I was thinking about doing that later on. But this is just a simpler one where an object actually moves after you. And then, like in the witch's house, which I love, a teddy bear, spoiler, can jump out and start hopping towards you to crush you to death, which takes a lot more animation styles or art style to do. This is just a basic thing that RPG Maker supplies to you. So for now, this will be it for Jump Scare 2. Next video might have a little bit more of the jump scare. We might move on towards a different type of medium.
We'll also be talking about events and event triggers. Very, very important to know about conditional triggers, especially for jump scares.
Well, that's it for this time, guys, and I'm Fire Scratch.
And this is Baka Dinosaur.
We'll see you next time.